Hey guys, don't go anywhere. Today I have got the two newest Galaxy's Edge lightsabers, the Shin Hati and the Baylan Skoll. And of course, you guys know I love to compare them to the Neopixel versions. How much extra is it to get a fully Neopixel version? Are the Pixel sabers thinner or heavier than Disney's? And there are three details that are a very first for Legacy lightsabers. I'm going to answer all those questions and more, so come hang out. Hey, what's going on, all of you Twi'lek and Togruta out there? Thank you for checking out my channel. This is Finding the Force, where I love to share my passion for Star Wars by exploring all the weapons and treasures of the Jedi and Sith. We've got 4 lightsabers to check out. This should be a really awesome video, and there are 3 details that are a very first for Legacy lightsabers hidden inside of the Baylan and Shin box set. Lightsabers that they released this year for Season of the Force. The first one was Jedi Master Soul lightsaber. I just reviewed that one recently, link up above, and I'll put that video at the end of this one. This is the box set containing 2 lightsabers and some new details. And the third is another lightsaber I'm going to be reviewing soon, the color changing Anakin lightsaber, changing from blue to red. Are they going to have different sounds? How easy is it to change colors? And I'll also be probably comparing that to a Neopixel version as well. So if you don't want to miss that video, make sure to mash that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you find that you're liking this video, hit the like button. That tells YouTube I make good content. Thanks, guys. So what do you guys say we just jump right into this video? We have got a lot to cover, and let's start with the Galaxy's Edge box itself. Boom! Now, first detail I notice is this is not wood. It has like a strong kind of like a soft cardboard feel to it. The top is magnetized. You can kind of hear that. Over on this side here, I believe this is the correct orientation for the Arabesh. It says Master and Apprentice, I believe, in Arabesh. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. On this side, it shows you that it comes with a blade, 2 sabers, and another blade. It does not come with belt clips or any other accoutrement. And when you open the flap to the box set, inside you will see the dual lightsabers, looking very clean, the Shin Hati, and of course it comes with a certificate showing the limited number of these box sets, and there is the Baylan lightsaber. Both looking weathered. Can't wait to check these out up close in just a minute. Oh no, the logo is fork side up, as it turns out. Just recently at Star Wars Celebration, I believe they did announce that they are filming the Ahsoka series, and it should be released sometime next year. So they're probably trying to build up some anticipation to that. Baylan Shin, Shin Baylan, Shin Baylan Shin. The Shin Hati Galaxy's Edge Legacy lightsaber up close. Let's always start Obi-Dad Kenobi style down here at the pommel. Very unique, cross-shaped with some good ventilation for the audio. Looking at the whole pommel section, you can see that there is some kind of like light spraying and weathering to give it a nice aged and in-universe look. I really like the small greebly details down here at the pommel. The 2 black pieces are matching on either side, and then this piece here is kind of flat and got a couple greeblies on the front. So I like all the detail. It makes it interesting rather than just being a smooth silver pommel. The whole saber feels smooth, no hard edges, got these nice indentations on either side where you can find the activation switch here. On and off, there's no extra auxiliary button. A lot of interesting design details on Shin's lightsaber, especially like this groove with these 2 buttons. On the Pixel saber, these are actually the power and auxiliary buttons. But these, unfortunately, you know, the buttons that should be buttons on Galaxy's Edge lightsabers never tend to be the ones that turn on the saber. But I don't really see any like weathering color sprays up around here. If it is, it's very subtle, maybe a tiny bit here in this groove crevice. You can see a little bit. Very subtle though, but overall the saber does look more in universe, not like a shiny brand new version of it. And the handguard for swords is very common. For lightsabers, very uncommon in the design. Very comfortable as a 2-handed saber, but the emitter is very interesting with these 3 pillar like spikes coming out. I love the black and the gray alternating colors. That's what really makes this saber interesting. According to Obi-Dad Kenobi, is the rule of 3. We have got like this tan color, silver, black and even a little hint of gray. So it's a very interesting saber to keep on display or on your hip because this D-ring is very strong. I think I forgot to mention that detail. And this is the first unique detail for Galaxy's Edge lightsabers. I can't believe it. Boom, look at that. It's not a cheesy black blade plug that has come with every other saber for the last 5 or 6 years. It's actually a more screen accurate blade plug. Just comfortably pops out there and looks so much better than a plastic black toy version. So really impressed with that. Good job, Disney. And this is the Artsabers version of Shin Hati's lightsaber. Flat cap, probably more screen accurate pommel. Still has good sound ventilation. Stick around for the demo. You don't want to miss that. By the way, this is the clean version. You can get the weathered or the clean version. Unfortunately, this isn't the weathered one. So this would probably have a lot more dark, powdery weathering. Let's try and keep the glare off there. Same similar shapes of these long pillars on the pommel, and with both doors have kind of the same greeblies on either side. I'm not sure which one is more screen accurate. If you do, please feel free to let me know down in the comments. The grip, however, has a really neat kind of like I don't want to say rubber, but I guess it's like a soft plasticky feel to the grip. And actually, interesting detail, there's only one of these on this particular lightsaber. The backside is clean, but still feels great with 2 hands. I wonder if the saber used in the series, 1 or 2 of these little side windows on the main grip. And the same design here, we have the 2 buttons, power and auxiliary, with these neat bars in between. Very cool black texture. It's not sharp, but it's a different feeling to the metal design here underneath the handguard. A little bit smaller, very smooth, more black rings, and we have the 3 pillars up here with a black emitter. This is missing a colored darker gray ring on the lower part of the emitter, but I will forgive them because they do have 1, 2, and 3 retention screws for maximum blade stability. And as you can see, that is a good solid, probably 2, maybe 3 inches of blade depth. So you can definitely have fun with this one, not worrying about your blade wiggling. And of course, we have to do a side-by-side, showing that the Neopixel version is much thinner, more clean, smaller pommel section. It even has a smaller handguard here. I do kind of like the detail. These little sections, indentations in the Galaxy's Edge handguard you can see right there. But the teeth coming off of the emitter are more pronounced in the Neopixel version. So a lot of differences with the color, the texturing, and the size. Let me know down in the comments which one you prefer. And now we have the Baylan Galaxy's Edge saber. I have to hand it to Lucasfilm though. They designed some super unique, cool designed sabers for their new and recent series. Let's start down here at the pommel. Again, Disney made a surprisingly strong pommel D-ring down here at the bottom with a very cool shape, kind of a sharper edge comes around here, but you can hold this on your belt, although this is probably weighing more like 2 pounds, so it's probably going to be a little uncomfortable. Wouldn't recommend it. The texturing and color of the pommel, very cool. Has like a rusted, dented metal feel to it, gold and black, great weathering with this gold pin holding the D-ring at the very bottom. Silver band around the pommel and dark black ribbed section for the main grip. Feels comfortable, not sharp, all metal by the way. Very interesting greeblies over here, the activation midsection of the saber. This is the activation switch for the Baylan saber. Unfortunately, I wish it was this, but like I said, a lot of times they give a lot of blade depth to their blades. And so that if this is where the blade is inserting, they can't really use that as an activation switch. Can't skip this detail. I like to remove all the stickers before my reviews. They bug me. I like to remove them anyway. But check this out. I was really bummed. Can you see this? Right here at the pommel, took off some rectangular sticker down here at the pommel section, and it actually peeled off a little bit of the finish. There we go. You can see it better right there. I don't know. I don't think I can fix that. Just looks like an annoying flaw, but I could just kind of chalk it up to weathering, but still kind of a bummer. Even pins on the side. Look at this. When they designed this saber, they didn't have to put these here. But every little greebly, every little detail makes the saber more interesting in my opinion. Let's check this out. I never thought of it like this. This looks like a handguard that's almost so small it's not a handguard. You hold it like this. It probably doesn't even qualify as one. It's just like a flared piece, but this is where the Shin does actually have a handguard. Maybe because he's more of a master that the handguard, they shrink it or take it away in the design when you reach like a certain level of expertise. And tons of detail in the upper emitter section of the saber. I love the touch of red that adds up, makes it more interesting. The dark lines. You can see this saber looks overall, I think, a bit more weathered. The airbrushing of the different colors gives it a very in-universe look to it. Back side of it has some screws, pillars up here at the emitter. Looks like these lines were hand painted, which means you're probably going to get some variation. Not crazy about that. I wish they had done more of like a spray texturing to them, but you can tell they're clearly hand painted with like a little brush. And the very unique and screen accurate blade plug. Appreciate that, Disney. Good job for finally getting on the bandwagon. I hope to see more of those with upcoming sabers. And I was so excited to check out this lightsaber from Artsabers. The weathering looks amazing. It is so cool now that we can purchase as customers weathered lightsabers that look so good. Strong D-ring pummel. You can tell everything looks a little weathered, chalky, especially the grip here doesn't like stand out as a solid black, but very gray, has lots of aging and weathering inside of the grooves here. Indentations, all the greeblies are there, the smaller miniature handguard. And actually, this is how you activate the saber. It's a single button activation system here. Even though I always kind of prefer 2-button profi lightsaber configurations, a single button, some people find it a lot easier. Just some double taps and some twists and angling of the blade, and you can manipulate the saber 100%. Weathering, aging, and the whole saber has like kind of one unique solid gray metal look to it, although we have like the darker components and the red that kind of stand out. And of course the emitter, which looks much more naturally weathered. And of course we have to do a side-by-side. Galaxy's Edge per the Huge is probably a good inch and a half longer than the Neopixel. And the Neopixel, again, as usual, is about like, what, a ½ inch thinner. Disney's is definitely gonna be heavier as well. I'll put the weights down here on the screen. Pummels, very different. The texturing of the Disney version and the much darker grip compared to more of the weathered blended color with the Pixel Saber. Greebly details look very similar. A little bit lighter color for the handguard, but I do believe I like the weathering better on the Neopixel version than the Disney version. Again, let me know which one you liked better down in the comments. And I also can't forget to show you guys this second detail that has never before been done with Legacy lightsabers. At first glance, looks like your typical Galaxy's Edge lightsaber blade until you rotate it and see that this is actually labeled Baylan and Shin Hati. So if you love the Baylan and Shin lightsabers, deciding on which lightsabers to pick up might depend on the price. So let's talk about it. The Baylan and Shin box set is retailing for $400, and that is before taxes. So you could call that what, $415, $420, but does come with the 2 blades. For about only $100 extra per lightsaber, you can turn Disney's LED lightsaber that's thicker, wider, and heavier into a Neopixel version. The price of the Shin Hati Neopixel lightsaber from Artsabers is only $269. So to upgrade the Shin is really only $70, and to upgrade the Baylan is $100 to make it fully Neopixel. It's louder, it's brighter, the blades do all kind of crazy tricks, and it's very easy to swap out sound fonts to make them sound just like the Ahsoka Series show, which, by the way, I'm going to be using Kyberphonic's crazy action-packed and authentic lightsaber sounds for the demo to test out these Artsabers. The price of the Shin and the Baylan is an extra good deal because they don't come with blades. The blades each cost about $60 extra, but you can buy one and use them for both if you don't already have one. All right, guys, since Obi-Dad Kenobi is a gentleman, why don't we let ladies go first, and I'll be demoing the Galaxy's Edge Shin and the Neopixel. It was a huge surprise that Disney made screen-accurate blade plugs, but a welcome one. And so the third detail that has never before been done with Legacy lightsabers, along with the blade plugs, labeling the blade, is in fact the orange lightsaber blade. Yes, ever since the park's opening, they have only had 6 colors: red, green, blue, white, purple, and yellow. And so for the first time, that's why I think they labeled this blade, is that it turns a 7th color for the first time ever. Let's check out the sound one more time. Disney did it again, you guys. Completely unique Shin Hati lightsaber sounds. The activation sounded just a touch generic, but the unique sounds really come from the swing sounds. Can you hear that? Has kind of like a sharp, higher pitched metallic sound to it. Action-packed clash effect sounds. And deactivation. Great job, Disney. Let's check out the Neopixel. Like I mentioned before, my favorite lightsaber font maker, Kyberphonic. This is the authentic Shin Hati lightsaber sound font from the Ahsoka series. Check this out. 3, 2, 1. Now I know in my videos, red lightsabers have this yellow appearance, but this actually is an orange blade color. There's a look orange up against the wall there. Ooh, I like that hiss.
Shin, release her. Shin, release her.
I think I triggered a force effect there. Oh, lock up. Yeah. So these little tiny vent holes down here on top of the pommel cap, which are still allowing the saber to be clear and loud. Next we have the Baylan Galaxy's Edge lightsaber. Let's check out the sounds. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, yeah, you hear that? You hear that hum? Ooh, grungy. I think they lowered the tone of more of a Sith generic lightsaber sound. Well, we know Baylan's not a Sith, he's like a dark Jedi. Whoa, very cool, low humming motor sound for the lightsaber hum. Yeah, and like lower hum swing sounds, they still sound fast, if you know what I mean. It's not like a low, lazy swing sound. Oh yeah, probably 3 or 4 action-packed clash sounds. Disney did it again, man. I don't know, what are they on, like 50 or plus lightsabers, each having unique sounds? Good job. All right, real quick, just for fun, Baylan Galaxy's Edge. Shin Galaxy's Edge. Similar but different lightsaber sounds. And last but not least, the Baylan Pixel lightsaber with Kyberphonic's super accurate lightsaber sounds. 3, 2, 1. It's all about the accent swings. I love it. They just make such a huge difference. And they usually get triggered when the blade is moving at a higher speed. Love the blaster deflect. If you listen carefully, you can hear the ricochet of the blaster bolt off of the different walls or like crates or something. I don't know why I grip my teeth for the lockup. Yeah. Oh, awesome sound effects. Hey guys, if you're out there and you watched the end of my video, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Please leave a comment down below which set of Shin and Baylan lightsabers you liked best. And tell me why. Why? Which lightsabers would I pick? Well, like I say in most of my videos, I think paying a little extra for the Pixel versions is worth it. Between a $70 and $100 upgrade, and if you're a Disney collector, you might want to stick with the Legacy lightsabers. But I'm all about pixels. They're fun, they're loud, they're bright. I feel like they're 10 times more fun than a collectible saber, which only makes one sound. And just a reminder, guys, that I will put a link with a discount code for these beautiful Jedi weapons down in the description for you guys. Thanks again for joining me. As always, guys, I hope that you take care, be safe, and have an awesome Star Wars day. See you in the next one, guys. Oh yeah.